If you want to improve English speaking skills or English language, then you need to understand that you need to prepare a perfect schedule for yourself. If you have a perfect timetable, then it will be easy to you to focus more and you will be able to reach your goal as soon as possible. Right? So, in this video, let us see how you can make a perfect plan that fits into your daily routine. There may be people who have criticized you a lot due to lack of communication skills or because you are not able to speak English fluently. But you need to understand that as you are coping up with all the circumstances that are happening around you, and as you are moving forward towards your learning journey, they will be able to understand, and eventually everything is going to get into place. So you need to understand that you need to be motivated, you need to be consistent throughout this learning journey. So, if you want to do that and if you want to achieve your goal of speaking English fluently, you need to understand that you need to have a perfect schedule, perfect timetable. So, first of all, before getting into the preparation of timetable or schedule, you need to analyze yourself. Either you are an early bird or you are a night owl, a person who reads and a person who loves to do work during early mornings are called as early birds, and persons who like or who are more concentrated during the night times and who feel that they are more productive during their night times are called as night owl. First of all, you need to analyze in which category you are, and you must prepare your schedule in such a way that you are planning your English learning during that particular period. Okay, you must be sure that you are giving your 100% during this English learning journey. You need to read regularly. The more you read, the more you are going to learn vocabulary and the more you are going to improve your understanding ability. If you don't understand anything, try to read it again. Try to read it again until you understand that particular paragraph or particular story. Make sure that you are able to understand and you are able to express that particular paragraph or story in your own words. Until you achieve that level, it means that you are not able to understand that particular content. Once you read more and once you develop this habit of reading, then your understanding ability improves slowly and you will be able to understand faster any text that you read. So make sure that you are reading. You may start with kid stories or you may start with bedtime stories that you may be reading aloud to your children, or it may be any comic books that are more filled with fun, or you may pick up any books like fiction, non-fiction, comedy, horror, tragedy, whatever it may be, but make sure that they are in simple English. Okay, regularly as you move forward, increase the complexity of that material or of that text. Whatever you read, try to read in English, and when you find out a new word, make sure that you are adding that into your vocabulary list if you are interested to use that particular word. Try to use that word as many times as possible in different contexts in which that word fits, and in this way you will be able to use that word whenever you want, and you will be able to use that word only in the correct situation. This is coming to reading. Read at least 20 minutes a day. If it's not possible with you, read at least 10 minutes a day. Try to read at least 5 to 6 papers a day. I mean 10 to 12 pages a day. Next, coming to writing. While coming to writing, you need to make sure that you are focusing on spellings. There are so many people who make spelling mistakes even now. So, if you come to know that you are making any spelling mistakes, please concentrate on that and try to rectify them. English writing focuses mainly on the vocabulary that you use. So, while reading whatever the new words that you have come to know, try to use those particular words while writing. When you write down, it is equal to 10 times of reading. And one more thing I forgot to tell is that whenever you read, try to read it aloud so that you are again going to listen and catch the correct pronunciation of the word. In this way, your brain is going to register that particular word in your mind. There is a quote that one time writing is equal to 10 times reading. It is true because persons who write more are capable of retaining things that they have learned for a much longer period of time. So, write more. It may be a to-do list. Either you can just start journaling what have happened in your life. Just make a practice of writing diary before you go to sleep. Or journaling is something that you can do anytime whenever you are free and whenever you want some peace of mind. So try journaling, which is a very good idea. Next, coming to listening practice. Many people neglect listening, but in truth, listening plays a major role to improve your English speaking skills, because even if you are able to speak English, if you are not pronouncing the words correctly, then the other person may misunderstand you at some cases. So, the more perfect you are at your listening skill, the more good you are going to become in your speaking skill. Listening directly impacts your speaking skills. Only if you understand the question that the other person is asking you, then only you would give the correct answer, right? So, even before focusing on speaking, I would recommend you to focus on listening skill. You may start with simple podcasts, basic English podcasts, or you can listen to songs, or you can just listen to YouTube videos, or download Spotify and listen to something, listen to children's stories. That would be very beneficial to you because they use only simple English, simple words. So try to improve your listening skill as much as possible. Your ear must be adaptable to particular sounds in English. Then only you will be able to understand the correct meaning of that particular word. So make sure that you are focusing on listening even before you are trying to speak this particular language. And the last and final thing that you need to focus and that you need to master is speaking. The more you speak, the more fluent you are going to become each and every day. You will definitely find changes in your speaking skills and you will be able to observe them through yourself. So, while speaking, take care that you are speaking slow when you are in your initial stages, because if you speak slow, you will be able to maintain a particular pace in your whole speech. You will not fumble. And the other advantage is that you will have ample time to think of the other word. So try to speak slow, and not only that, try to focus on pronunciation as much as possible. The more good you are at your pronunciation, the more fluent you are going to sound. Don't think that only if you speak fast, then only you are going to sound fluent. It is a false notion. So, if you want to sound fluent and if you want to improve your English speaking skills, I recommend you to try shadowing technique. Shadowing technique is a technique that gave massive results to so many students, so many English learners out there. So, I recommend you to follow imitation technique or shadowing technique. Take a video or audio, listen to it, and pause after one sentence, and you need to repeat that particular sentence in the same pace. Okay, you must be able to deliver the particular sentence in the same way that you have heard. This is something called as imitation or shadowing technique. You need to speak each and every word and each and every sentence exactly that you have heard. This is a very effective way, and you can take any video that you are interested in and you can do this practice. The more you do this practice, eventually you will get habituated to it, and after some days you will be able to speak without any text or without the use of shadowing technique. So try this method. This is something that you need to do each and every day. If not possible each and every day, try to make a routine in such a way that one day you are going to listen for 20 minutes, one day you are going to speak whatever you have listened the previous day, and the next day you are going to write some notes or write all the things or all the words, or preparing your vocabulary list that you have learned throughout the week. And the next day you need to focus on your reading skills. Okay, only if you balance all these four, then only you will be able to speak English fluently. You may be working or you may be idle, but no one really likes to do or sit for reading or writing, to sit to learn a language at a stretch for hours, right? So I recommend you to split up 20 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of writing, 20 minutes of listening, and 20 minutes of speaking in your whole day into sessions. Okay, it is up to you however you divide, but you need to make sure that you are reaching that particular goal of speaking, writing, reading, and listening on that particular day. If due to some issues, or as you are tied up, if you are not able to complete that particular task, make sure that you are compensating the time that you have lost previously in the future days. Okay, you should not neglect upon your practicing. You must be consistent and you must be motivated, right? Only if you are disciplined and only if you are committed to your daily routine or committed to your timetable of practicing English, then only you will never feel bored of learning English, and at the same time you will find enthusiastic to continue this process of learning English. So that is all for this video. Thank you for joining me till the end. See you soon in the next video.